Who is your daddy and what does he do? Because hopefully he knows about these taglines to hit Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Play along with my friend Steve Nelson as he answers these questions picked by Patreon subscriber Alex DeSmet. This is Trivia with Buds. It be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. This is the pop culture show that comes out every single day. Thanks for checking out the show. If you want new episodes on your phone every single day, just hit subscribe and you'll get something fun. Today's topic is all about Arnold Schwarzenegger movie taglines as picked by my pal Alex DeSmet over on Patreon. He donates $5 or more, so he gets to pick a topic we do every single month. And he said, what about some Arnold movies? And I said, let's do it. And this is kind of a special episode. I have a co-host, a guest, if you will, who's staying with me for a couple days over Halloween, my oldest friend in the world, Steve Nelson. What's up, Steve?
Hey, how's it going? I'm glad to be back on the show.
Yeah, you've been on before. You were on episode 99, where we did questions about 1999, which we were young lads of 14. It was like a perfect year to be that age.
Oh, yeah, and I definitely didn't remember anything, so I'm pretty sure I got all the trivia questions wrong.
That was a good time. And then were you on before that, or was it the first time ever?
I think that was the first ever. That was a very special episode as well.
That was a good one, too. But now you're here visiting, and we had some fun yesterday. What did we do yesterday? I picked you up from the airport, and then what happened?
Should I mention the drugs or just go straight into...
We'll go straight into the drugs, yeah.
No, yeah, it was a great night. We went to that brewery, or that, what was that called? It was
Last Name Brewing in Upland, California. We hosted that Mario Kart tournament. You kind of co-hosted it with me. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I did terribly, of course, but...
I thought you were going to win the whole thing because you're quite the gamer. But you and I were probably towards the end of the pack, huh? We had 14 racers, 14 players. And the guy who won was very excited. I said, we want to make a little speech? And he was very, sincerely held up the gift card he won. And he said, finally, I taken one home, or something like that.
I legitimately saw a tear in his eye.
Yeah, he was very excited. So that was cool. And, met some fun people there. There was a guy named Rocky. You don't meet too many Rockies. That guy was kind of funny. A couple of gals came out and played. I could tell that some of those girls were there just to support their really geeky boyfriends, and they're just like, yeah, I guess I'll play too.
That was their time to shine.
That was their time to shine. And we had a ton of beers, and you got a cool Ripley shirt because they have a alien-looking Ripley red ale or IPA or something like that there. So you got a new shirt out of the whole deal, so that was cool. And then we went over to Kurt and Dana Wanzers, who let us borrow a Nintendo Switch for that tournament. They live down the street. They are trivia regulars. And they had Mario Party, so we got to play that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I was glad to finally check that new one out. I haven't played Mario Party in years, so...
Yeah, and I just got an alert from my local library who rents out Nintendo Switch games, and I think that Mario Party is being held for me today, so we can go pick that up and play it ourselves.
And then never bring it back.
And never bring it back. That's right, the joy of libraries. All right, so we got some fun stuff planned for the trip today. We're going to be going over to South Pasadena, check out the Halloween filming locations. We'll take some pictures down there. And then we're going to Magnolia Avenue, or Magnolia Street, I forget what it is, in Burbank, where they have a bunch of cool horror shops and collectible stores. So stuff you're into, stuff you'll dig. Anything you're definitely looking forward to seeing?
I really want to bother the people that live at the Michael Myers house.
Yeah.
Just go get all up on their property, take all the pictures, invade their personal space as much as I can.
It'll be great. We're going to do all that stuff. And right now we're going to do some tagline questions. These are from Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I got 8 of them for you. I'll give you the tagline and we're going to see if you can guess all the correct movies. How do you feel about that?
I hope I do better than I did last time.
All right. We're going to take a quick little break for a sound effect here, and then you and I will be back. I already screwed the quote up. I'll be back. You get it. We'll see you in a second. All right, we are back with these Arnold Schwarzenegger movie quotes. Let's see how many you get. Nelson, how many do you think you can get out of 8? What do you think your percentage is going to be?
Oh, man. I haven't seen a lot of his movies. I've seen the big ones, so I'm going to say 4.
I remember back in the day downloading a torrent. It was 55 gigs, and it was every Arnold movie. And I was like, I can't wait to watch these. Never watched one. Never watched one of those torrents. Sitting on a hard drive somewhere, illegally, probably. Or probably, most of those hard drives probably don't work anymore. Don't arrest me. Here's number 1. Question number 1 for Arnold Schwarzenegger tagline movies. You just got to name the movie. Here it is. Number 1, only their mother can tell them apart.
I'm going to have to go with Twins.
It is Twins. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't, but I've seen the poster.
Yeah, which has the tagline on it. They're doing aren't they supposed to do a sequel called Triplets with Eddie Murphy?
That seems about 20, 25 years too late.
Way too late. If they would have done that like in the early 90s, it's probably been a huge hit.
Yeah.
But like now, it just seems unnecessary. And there's a scene at the end of that movie where someone gets piled with chains. Have you ever seen that?
Piled with chains?
They pull a lever, and I think a guy gets completely covered in chains, but it's like an abnormal amount of chains. I just remember watching it with Ron Pulak at his house. We'll have to find it. All right, good job. You got 1 for 8. Here's number 2. When he said I do, he never said what he did.
Oh, man. So he has to be marrying someone, and he's a secret agent of some kind. Mm-hmm. I think, is it Eraser?
It's not Eraser. Right around that era, a little bit earlier, I think. Eraser, great movie.
True Lies?
It is True Lies. Right. One of the few movies my parents saw in theaters and loved. True Lies. They used to love that movie. Number 3, breaking out is an inside job.
Man, breaking out is an inside job.
Also, breaking up is hard to do, according to a song from the 90s.
Is this that he tried to come back with Stallone movie, Escape Plan?
The Escape Plan.
How do I know that tagline? No one saw that film.
No.
Not even Schwarzenegger saw it.
He's never seen it. Never saw a script. Never saw a camera shooting him. The Escape Plan. They did a sequel with Dave Bautista and Stallone trying to break out.
They couldn't get Schwarzenegger back?
They didn't want him back. Number 4. So you're 3 for 3. Here's number 4. Retirement is for sissies. Classic.
That's got to be only one thing. It's not a tumor. That should be the tagline. I think that's the right movie. Kindergarten Cop?
It is not.
Oh, it's not. Wait,
No.
read the tagline one more time.
Retirement is for sissies.
Retirement is for sissies. Man, he doesn't retire. Oh, man. Is this the 90s era movie?
No. This was like, I think this was one of his first big ones. After a long time.
So it's got to be Expendables? No, this is a fail. That's wrong. It's all wrong.
The Last Stand. He's like a sheriff in a town, I think.
That was, I took a group of friends to see that film like at midnight or whenever it came out, and we were all excited, and we all had drinks, and we like smoked or whatever, and we all legitimately fell asleep halfway through. It was one of like the worst, most boring, and Johnny Knoxville was like 15 years old to be doing the sidekick routine.
Yeah, it was just like Walking Tall, kind of, right? And Johnny Knoxville's like the goofy, like local in that movie too, but instead of The Rock comes like out of the army or something, this one is about Schwarzenegger's like almost retired, right? And he's like, all right, one last thing.
Yeah, even in the trailer, he would look tired.
Yeah, I feel like they were like, we need a tagline. He was like, retirement's for sissies, we're done. You know, like he just like spit that out. And they were like, all right, here's number 5. So you've only missed one. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 5, he's mean and he'll blast through your screen.
Okay, so I'm just going to guess Kindergarten Cop and everything. No, it's Last Action Hero, right?
Yeah, kind of a cool idea for a movie.
Yeah, I think it was like kind of ahead of its time, and people were like, "What?" I didn't know what to make of it. I will say, okay, so the one thing that takes me out of any show or movie is when I realize that the characters in it can't watch their show or movie. Like in the universe of The Office, there is no The Office show that they watch. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, at the very, did you ever watch the end?
Well, I guess The Office was the worst example I could have picked.
But like the entire time, you're right. Until the very last episode, they go, "Oh, the documentary's finished," and they all go watch it, and they all become kind of like local celebrities from it.
But in any case, like in most shows or movies, that thing doesn't exist in their universe. But in Last Action Hero, when he goes into the movie world, there is like the Terminator or whatever. It's just that it's starring Stallone.
Yeah.
So whenever I watch a show and like it takes me out,
Schwarzenegger
or
not Stallone.
Well, they flip it. Like he goes to the video store.
Yes, you're right.
So all the Schwarzenegger movies or whatever are actually starring Stallone.
That's right.
So that's, yeah.
I just love that kids could buy a Jack the Ripper action figure from that movie. It's like a crazy killer in that movie and in real life. Number 6, we're going to party like it's 1999. We're going to party like it's 1999.
Now, I have a guess. It doesn't align with the movie at all, but is it End of Days?
It was Kindergarten Cop. It is End of Days, yes.
Why? That's the worst tagline. That movie is not like a fun... That screams like, oh, Prince. Fun, 1999. Let's party.
Do you want to hear the alternate tagline?
Not really, but...
Prepare for the end of days.
The
There
one
were two,
thing,
and that was on IMDb. That was the other one. I'm like, you gotta be, come on.
the one thing I remember from that movie is in the trailer, they were trying to link it up, like, oh, here it is, the end of days. And so the thing they did, they showed like the year, like 1999. Then they removed the 1, and then they flipped the 9s upside down, and they were like 666. See, spooky. Like, how is that no relation to 1999?
No. They're like, if you just cross out this and flip it and reverse
Subtract it
and put a completely different number on the screen. Here's number 7. 2 dads, 1 toy, no prisoners.
Oh man, I know that one right away. That's got to be Jingle All the Way.
That was a big Nelson family movie. You used to watch that all the time. I liked it, but I didn't own it. I feel like you owned it.
You know why though? Because you know who's real big in the Nelson family was Sinbad.
Oh yeah,
So
huge.
What was the one in the?
You guys, correct me if I'm wrong, have the genie movie that doesn't exist.
I have 8 copies of Shazam, on all formats.
Yeah.
You know, what was the other Sinbad movie?
House Guest.
House Guest. And then, come on, I'm going to have to give a shout out to the first, I think the first cassette tape I ever bought was the soundtrack to Good Burger.
Was he
starring Sinbad.
Sinbad was in Good Burger?
Yeah, he was like, I think like a neighbor or something. They destroy his car at the end.
Oh, yeah. He's always a good character for being like, oh, what happened to my car? Number 8, last one. Nothing is inconceivable.
Princess Bride. Nothing is inconceivable.
It's a fun little play on words.
Nothing is inconceivable. I feel like you went for some unexpected choices, but what could possibly be inconceivable about Schwarzenegger's career? I got nothing, so I'm just gonna have to.
I'm pregnant. I can't believe it. I'm having a baby. I don't think those are lines from the movie.
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Yeah.
I can't believe that the movie got made.
Yep, Junior is the movie.
Ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time. Very, very smart.
When are they going to make Senior?
Eddie Murphy.
No, not him.
Eddie Murphy plays Senior, who's Arnold Schwarzenegger's dad. And they're all pregnant. It's a great movie. Those were the 8. You only missed the first, you missed The Last Stand, I think was the only one you missed. So you got 7 out of 8. What's that percentage? You were the salutatorian of our 8th grade. You should know that percentage.
That would be 87.5%.
Nice job, 87.5%. What are some other topics you want to do while we're here? That was all picked by Alex DeSmet. What did you think of that topic?
Oh yeah, that was a great topic. It was a lot of fun.
If you want more Arnold trivia, we do a episode. I think it's Tom Cruise versus Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and it's with my friend Pat Francis, and it's in the first 15 or 20 episodes of this show ever. If you want to go back and listen to some more Arnold trivia that's not just tagline based. But yeah, what do you think we should do? You're going to be here for a couple days. We'll probably do a bunch of videos and podcasts here. Any topics?
I'm kind of a one-note guy. I'm just really all about horror movies. And I mean, it is Halloween, so...
Yeah. So we're going to do some rom-coms. Get ready. Harry Met Sally, 45-question episode. Nothing to do with horror. It'll be great. Anything you want to plug? Anything online? People follow you on Twitter?
So the only social media I really have is Twitter. You can find me at Steve Hugh Nelson. I am on YouTube. I've got some shorts and bumpers and music videos and maybe some new stuff coming up soon.
Very, very cool. Thanks, Nelson. And thanks, Alex. If you have a topic you want to do in the show, just like Alex picked for today's episode, you could donate $5 or more over on patreon.com/trivia with buds. Make this show yours. Make me do some weird stuff. I would love to do any topic that you see fit. And welcome to a bunch of the new patrons that just signed up, including Greg Hines, who's been on the show. He's got a fun topic coming your way very soon. And appreciate all you guys. Thank you for listening and supporting what I do. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. And the next 2 days, we'll do some spooky topics for Halloween. Cheers.